Ahead of 16 days of activism celebration, wife of Plateau governor moves to curb increasing cases of violence against women and girls. Newly elected president of NAWOJ pledges to protect the interests of women journalists. Troops of Operation Safe Haven arrest suspects for various crimes. We're glad you could join us on Panorama today in Jos. I am Felicia Dalio Samaila. Do remember you can follow this news broadcast live on our website nta.ng/live and on YouTube channel NTA News Online and on other social media platforms showing on your screen. The Sierra Leone government has imposed a nationwide curfew on its citizens over a suspicion of a coup d'etat following gunfire in Freetown, the country's capital. Cherno Bah, Sierra Leone's Minister of Information and Civic Education, released a statement on Sunday acknowledging an armed attack in the country. The statement said in the early hours of Sunday, November 2026, some unidentified individuals attempted to break into the military armory of Wilberforce Barracks, adding they have all been rebuffed. It assured the public that the government and the state security forces are in control. To enable the security forces to continue the process of apprehending the suspects, a nationwide curfew is declared with immediate effect across the country. The statement also advised citizens to stay indoors and follow the official Ministry of Information and Civic Education channels and official handles for accurate information and updates on the situation. This response followed widespread fears and an armed group was about to overthrow the Sierra Leone government. Videos of gunshots in Freetown emerged in social media posts on Sunday. Aisha Ibrahim of the Ministry of Information, Borno State, has emerged President, Nigeria Association of Women Journalists, NAWOJ. The election was conducted at the 11th Triennial Delegates Conference of the association held in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. Aisha Ibrahim won with 498, while her contender Ladibala of the NTA scored 381 votes. The winner, Aisha Ibrahim, has been sworn in. In her acceptance speech, the president pledges to protect the interests of the women journalists while carrying out reforms that will uplift the NAWOJ. Minister of Special Duties and Intergovernmental Affairs, Zafania Bitrus Gisalu, says more communities will benefit from the renewed hope agenda of the federal government through projects aimed at developing rural communities. This was at the inauguration of water projects for some rural communities in Benue State. Elias Itiaf reports.
Solar-powered boreholes funded by the National Lottery Trust Fund are located in 15 communities of the state where access to potable water remains a challenge.
I want to position it for the benefit of humanity and the mortality.
The Minister of Special Duties and Intergovernmental Affairs, Zefania Gilasso, performing the flag off and handing over of the motorized solar boreholes to the 15 benefiting communities, brings to an end of the era of relying on well or stream water. While acknowledging the remarkable impact of interventions by the National Lottery Trust Fund in improving water and sanitation hygiene, the minister therefore tasked the fund to ensure monitoring and evaluation of the projects to keep track of envisaged outcomes.
It is therefore on this trend of this effort that I encourage the fund to extend this laudable intervention to other communities across the country to promote access to clean potable water supplies.
Executive Secretary of the Fund, Dr. Bello Megeri, and the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Special Duties and Intergovernmental Affairs, Patricia Ibiene, urged benefiting communities to take ownership of the projects.
This groundbreaking event is the first of its kind in the area of water and sanitation since the inception of the National Lottery Trust Fund in 2005.
Members of the communities, including traditional rulers and leaders, are grateful to the federal government for the gesture. They pledge to guard the projects jealously. From Dhaka local government area, Elias, Itiaf, NTA News.
In a bid to promote public health consciousness and instill environmental health safety culture on the people, the Cross River State government has reiterated its determination to meet the Sustainable Development Goal on preventable public health diseases and well-being for all by ensuring a monthly environmental sanitation. Oba Hyacinth reports that this is top priority of Governor Basio II administration to ensure the clean status of the state is sustained, as Commissioner for Environment Moses Osogi flagged off this month's exercise in Calabar.
A dirty environment, experts say, is a breeding ground for mosquitoes, germs and other harmful organisms which endanger health and general well-being of the people. Therefore, ensuring a clean and green Cross River State, Governor Basio II administration is reintroducing the monthly general sanitation to promote public health. The exercise was monitored by the Commissioner for Environment Moses Osogi and his team, as well as other partners, to enforce compliance to sanitation rules.
It's in preparation for Carnival and to bring back the lost glory of the cleanest, greenest and serene state in the country. So we are bringing back that glory, and there's no way we can do that without this exercise to awaken the spirit of perseverance.
We are here to join the Minister of Environment to carry out, to sensitize people on how to keep the environment clean.
The Commissioner outlined some of the punitive measures put in place for those who will throw waste indiscriminately.
The mobile court, already you know their rules and regulations. A mobile court, why they call it mobile court, it's a situation where any defaulter will be tried immediately and prosecuted. And so in the next outing, in our next exercise, the mobile court will be introduced in all the nooks and crannies of the state, and anybody who default will be tried.
The monthly general exercise observed in all the local government area of the state is aimed at sustaining a clean environment in Cross River State. In Calabar, Oba Hyacinth, NTA News.
In line with the mission to protect the rights of Nigerians, the National Human Rights Commission, Plateau State, in collaboration with the wife of the Plateau State Governor, the NBA FIDA, has flagged off its 16 days of activism to curb the increasing cases of violence against women and girls in the society. Salau Abrahaman Mohammed reports.
To commemorate the beginning. Okay.
This is a symbolic presentation of sash to the wife of the Plateau State Governor by the State Coordinator, National Human Rights Commission, to kickstart the 16 days of activism aimed at eliminating violence against women and girls. Plateau State Coordinator, National Human Rights Commission, Veronica Abbey, says this year's activism is to ensure that the rights of women and girls are respected and protected on the plateau. She added that all hands must be on deck to ensure everyone is involved in the days of activism to eliminate violence against women and girls. Helen Mutfwang reaffirmed her commitment and that of the Mutfwang-led administration to fight against violence meted on women and girls, as well as encourage actions and awareness to end all forms of violence.
As the 16 days of activism starts today, it is my singular honor to address you as the First Lady of Plateau State, to reaffirm my unwavering commitment as well as that of His Excellency, Barrister Caleb Mutfwang, administrations to fighting violence against women and girls, which is in line with this year's activism theme: Unite, invest to end violence against women and girls. We gather here today with all these partners and stakeholders to emphasize the importance of collective action and investment to eradicate this grave violence against human rights.
Some of the activities lined up are campaign and visitation of schools, hospitals and communities to sensitize and enlighten the public on dangers and issues associated with violence against women and girls in the society. In Jos, Salau Abdurrahman Mohammed, NTA News.
And I have with me in the studio Plateau State Coordinator, National Human Rights Commission, Veronica Abbey. Ma, you're welcome on Panorama.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, can you please shed more light on the theme for this year's 16 days of activism?
Thank you very much for that. The theme for this year's 16 days of activism is Unite, Invest, to prevent violence against women and girls. And the theme focuses on the importance of financing preventive strategies to ensure that violence against women and girls are completely eradicated in the society. And the theme is also, you know, when you invest in issues that have to do with women and children, the society will be the better for it. There are great benefits associated with that. So we are calling on all relevant stakeholders like the government, human rights activists, various women groups, associations, academia, and also private sector to invest in issues that have to do with women and children. And when I say invest in issues to do with women and children, what do I mean? Investing in issues like reproductive health of women, investing in the education of women, investing also in empowering women economically and even socially. And you know, when you do that, our society will be the greater for it, because it now makes women to be more independent.
Okay, when you talk of all these benefits of the human rights now, how aware are Nigerians, especially women and girls, on these rights? And then how will they seek redress when their rights are being infringed upon?
Well, honestly, it's like a 30-70 situation. 30 in the sense that most people do not know that they have rights, and when these rights are violated, they do not know where to go to seek for remedy and redress. And so the National Human Rights Commission has taken it upon itself, because we know that a lot of people are ignorant about their rights, to create awareness, you know, and to sensitize and also to educate the general public on human rights. Because if you don't know your rights, you will not know when it's being violated and when to go and report this violation. So we do this awareness creation, aggressive awareness creation, because we need to educate people and enlighten them on these rights. And you know, the importance of educating and creating awareness is that you are empowering victims of human rights violations to seek for their rights. And we do this in collaboration with our relevant stakeholders. We have so many NGOs working on human rights issues. So we do this through having workshops, conferences, town hall meetings, and even going into the communities to educate and sensitize women and youth, and also having town hall meetings, and we also discuss relevant issues that have to do with human rights violations that are on the front burner. So awareness is key. And you know, issue again, for some people, they know that they have these rights, and when they are being violated, honestly, they don't come out to look for remedy or redress, and these are attributed to so many reasons. The issue of stigmatization, it's a problem, because when, for instance, let me use issue of rape or domestic violence, or let me use domestic violence. If a woman is being battered by her husband, you know, she finds it very difficult to come and report the violation. And if these violations are not reported, you know, the perpetrators will continue with, it brings about impunity, and you know that these violations will go on. And the issue of stigmatization is that, you know, when a woman, you know, as a woman, you wouldn't feel very free to go and report, right, that your husband has been battering you. But the community is watching. You have neighbors around you, you know. So these neighbors, is expected that if you see something, say something. Because we want to encourage people to, as much as possible, you don't wait for this violation to be meted out on you first. If you see a violation going on and it affects people in the society, please report. And the National Human Rights Commission is there. It's been set up by government to ensure that we promote, protect, and enforce human rights in Nigeria. And when you report these violations to us, the Commission will swing into action. We have a protection department that handles issues of violations, you know, trying to get justice for people whose rights have been violated.
Okay, now in spite of the efforts to check the menace, human rights violence seems to be carried out with impunity, and sometimes the perpetrators are not even held accountable. What's your take on that?
Honestly, accountability is key, because if you don't hold people to account for the violations, infringements of human rights, we'll have it going on and on in circles, and it will affect a lot of people. So if somebody violates someone's rights, the person must be held to account. He must be punished accordingly, because if he's punished accordingly, you know, it serves as a deterrent to others not to carry on with the violations. It reduces it. Because if someone infringes on somebody's rights and he's being penalized, I'm sure you know that the next person thinking to commit that.
Thank you so very much, Veronica Abe, State Coordinator, National Human Rights Commission. We'll take a break. Panorama continues shortly.
The Council of Our Fathers.
I will urge and advise our younger generation to use talent and brain to sort out problems, not arms.
Nigerian youths, let's build our nation.
My advice to these young people is, please do not take us back to those harrowing days. You probably do not know what it is.
I believe we have fought one civil war too many in this country. So those who experience it will run away from it.
Nigerian youths, let's build our nation together.
The Nigerian Army and Vigilante Group have successfully rescued 6 kidnapped victims and dislodged scores of bandits in Shanga Forest of Kebbi State. The successes recorded followed a proactive rescue operation effort launched by the Combined Security Team in the Shanga Forest on after reports of the kidnapped victims. According to Director of Security Cabinet Office, Burning Kebbi, Abdul Rahman Usman, the 6 male rescued victims were all hale and hearty and have since been reunited with their families. He explained troops of 1 Battalion Duku Barracks, Burning Kebbi, on clearance operation in conjunction with local vigilante conducted a raid operation to Kogong Damisa Hill around Saminaka in Shanga local government area, a border town between Kebbi and Niger states. To enhance structural development and uplift the standard of living of personnel wife of the Chief of Army Staff and President of the Nigerian Army Officers' Wives Association, Maria Abiodun Lagbaja, has inaugurated projects at 3 Division chapter of the association. Ndenyang and Abagyang has details.
Sentiments of humanity, I open this multipurpose hall.
Projects inaugurated include a 300-capacity multipurpose hall and administrative block, a project initiated by the former chairperson of 3 Division chapter of the association. Others are remodeled crèche, unveiling of bus stop, and tricycle to subsidize transport services, as well as a configured tricycle ambulance.
The completion of this project signifies the dedication and commitment to Naowa 3 Division chapter to ensure the vision and aspiration of the President of Naowa, which is sustaining legacies through unwavering commitment to unity and service for the betterment of humanity.
The establishment of this multipurpose hall is a significant milestone for the Nigerian Army Officers' Wives Association. It symbolizes our commitment to providing a conducive environment for members.
The now President, Maria Abiodun Lagbaja, applauded the chairperson of 3 Division chapter for forging ahead with the project of her predecessors and initiating several others in line with the vision and legacy of the association.
I must commend the chairperson of our 3 Division chapter for her great efforts of executing this project within this short period. Her achievement is a testament of dedication and devotion to establishing lasting legacies.
To identify with the spouses of fallen heroes, the Naowa president distributed palliatives to 40 beneficiaries in the barracks and performed the groundbreaking ceremony of a recreation center to improve health condition of members. The Naowa president also took a tour of the Skills Acquisition Center at the 3 Division headquarters in Jos, Ndenyan and Abuja. NTA News.
Towards curtailing crime within its joint areas of operation, troops of Operation Safe Haven have apprehended 12 suspects involved in various criminal activities. Ndenyang and Abagyang reports.
Amongst the criminals paraded is a prime suspect involved in the gruesome murder of a couple at Kwi village in Rion local government area and the killer of Dung Cholom over land dispute at Chit village in Haipan Barik in Ladi local government area, as well as Lukman Aliyu, who has been on the wanted list for criminal offences.
After months of diligent and unwavering efforts, the resilience and tenacity of Operation Safe Haven have finally paid off with the successful capture of the suspect responsible for the heinous murder of the couple.
Similarly, Sunday Marcus, an operator of a weapon factory in Ban village of Barikin Ladi local government area, was arrested alongside other syndicates for illicit drug peddling. Items recovered from the suspects include locally made weapons and fabricated tools, military kits, mobile phones, and some money, as well as huge quantity of substances suspected to be cannabis, sativa, and several other illicit drugs.
Successful operation and arrest underscore the determination of security agencies to ensure the security of the citizen.
The suspects are not in denial of these criminal activities perpetuated.
I've started learning in 2014. Each one, I used to sell it 25,000 naira.
Meanwhile, the command has expressed gratitude to the public for their support and assured them of the command's commitment to bringing the perpetrators of the criminal acts to justice while upholding the rule of law and ensuring the safety of the citizens. In Jos, Ndenyan and Abagyang, NTA News.
Up next is Sports Updates with Oche Ngbede.
Chigozie Chileku, Wanasukwo gets his first touch of the ball, and that is right. And what a goal there scored by Simon Chukwude.
Match day 10 of the Nigerian Premier Football League Saturday saw Enyimba Ofaba recorded a 1-0 victory against Heartland, while Remo Stars played out a goalless draw with Doma United. On Sunday, Kano Pillars, who hope to bounce back from their 1-0 loss to Sunshine Stars of Akure last week, while in Mina, Niger Tornadoes will entertain free-scoring Aqua United. In another development, handicap 44 player Sarah Faboyi has emerged winner of the Best Net Ladies category of the Maiden Golf for Peace Championship at the IBB International Golf and Country Club, Abuja. Faboyi grossed a total of 109 with a net score of 65 to outplay a field of over 200 golfers to emerge champions. As organizers said, the competition is to preach peace around the country.
I feel like I'm one of the peace ambassadors now, and I'm so glad I made it.
When we have sports, we find that Nigerians are united. All the fault lines give away. And that is why it's important for us to try and ensure that we put more emphasis on sports.
To volleyball, 6 volleyball clubs participated in the Maiden Jabi Lakers volleyball tournament, which ended Saturday at the Jabi Lake, Abuja. The Mixed Volleyball Championship, organizers said, is to identify and nurture raw talent into becoming world beaters.
The need for us to bring up grassroots game, and then that by creating a combo of male-female participation where the female gender is being carried along in the game.
This is just to promote volleyball in Nigeria, and as well we tend to go around to search for youths to keep them busy.
Meanwhile, efforts are already in place to make the tournament a yearly event. With sports update, Oche Ngbedi, NTA News.
It has been Panorama today. Good afternoon and enjoy the rest of our programs.